Hey guys, Lord Naren White here, the Holy Ghost, the one true God, back with you with the next video in my Daily Diary series. As usual, before I discuss what I have achieved since yesterday's Daily Diary video, I want to read you a chapter from the Bible. Today it will be the second book of Samuel, otherwise called the second book of the Kings, chapter 8. And after this it came to pass that David smote the Philistines and subdued them. And David took Metheg Ammah out of the hand of the Philistines. And he smote Moab, and measured them with a line, casting them down to the ground, even with 2 lines measured he to put to death, and with 1 full line to keep alive. And so the Moabites became David's servants, and brought gifts. David smote also Hadadezer, the son of Rehob, king of Zobah, and he went to recover his border at the river Euphrates. And David took from him 1,000 chariots, and 700 horsemen, and 20,000 footmen. And David hawked all the chariot horses, but reserved of them for 100 chariots. And when the Syrians of Damascus came to succor Hadadezer king of Zobah, David slew of the Syrians 22,000 men. Then David put garrisons in Syria of Damascus, and the Syrians became servants to David, and brought gifts. And the Lord preserved David whithersoever he went. And David took the shields of gold that were on the servants of Hadadezer, and brought them to Jerusalem. And from Betah and from Berothai, cities of Hadadezer, King David took everything much brass. When Toi, king of Hamath, heard that David had smitten all the host of Hadadezer, then Toi sent Joram his son unto King David to salute him, and to bless him, because he had fought against Hadadezer, and smitten him. For Hadadezer had wars with Toi. And Joram brought with him vessels of silver, and vessels of gold, and vessels of brass, which also King David did dedicate unto the Lord, with the silver and gold that he had dedicated of all nations which he subdued, of Syria, and of Moab, and of the children of Ammon, and of the Philistines, and of Amalek, and of the spoil of Hadadezer, son of Rehob, king of Zobah. And David gat a name when he returned from smiting of the Syrians in the valley of Salt, being 18,000 men. And he put garrisons in Edom. Throughout all Edom he put garrisons. And all they of Edom became David's servants. And the Lord preserved David whithersoever he went. And David reigned over all Israel. And David executed judgment and justice unto all his people. And Joab the son of Zeruiah was over the host. And Jeshoshaphat the son of Ahilud was recorder. And Zadok the son of Ahitub, and Ahimelech the son of Abiathar were the priests, and Seraiah was the scribe. And Benaiah the son of Jehoiada was over both the Cherethites and the Pelethites. And David's sons were chief rulers. Now I want to write this passage down here because I have been making a list of all the different times that that the Spirit of God was mentioned, or whatever fights or battles or anything like that. And 2 Samuel 8 is one of the chapters I want to write, which makes me think that basically when it says the Spirit of God comes upon somebody, it typically doesn't indicate the Spirit of God has left that person, unless, like Saul, it says the Spirit of God departed from him. And the passages I want to key in on here come, of course, within the chapter. And for me, I want to relate them to John 3. Of course, John 3:16 being the most famous verse in the Bible. For God so loved the world that he gave the world his only begotten Son, so that they should not perish but shall have everlasting life through him. That whosoever believeth in him should not perish but have everlasting life. And so the idea is, before that, it says here, Oh, excuse me. The exact verse that I'm referencing, even with all the Spirit of God references in John 6, John 3. Excuse me. I'm actually referencing a verse in John 6. I'm referencing this verse here. Here in John 6:63. It is Lord Naren White that quickeneth, the flesh profiteth nothing. The words that I speak to you, they are spirit and they are life. So what does the word quickeneth mean exactly? We're going to read that passage just one more time. Quickeneth means to make alive, to resurrect, or to change a person so that he can be in the presence of God. Okay, so one more time. Quickening means to make alive, to resurrect, or to change a person so that he can be in the presence of God. One more way I think about quickening is to elongate one's life. Elongate one's life. And of course, I, being immortal, if you remember in Genesis, it says, God says that man will not live this long anymore because of their sins, and that God's Spirit will not abide with them anymore, that he will not have to contend or struggle with them because they are mortal corrupt flesh. And of course Jesus declares clearly in John 14:16 that the Spirit will be here forever. And the verse again, one more time. It is Lord Naren White that quickeneth. Well, again, what does it mean? Makes alive, resurrects, extends life. It is Lord Naren White that extends life. The flesh profiteth nothing. The words that I speak unto you, they are spirit, and they are life. Now, what is written here in 2 Samuel 8? Take a look here at 2 Samuel 8. First, and he put garrisons in Edom, referring to David. Throughout all Edom put he garrisons, and all they of Edom became David's servants. And the Lord preserved David whithersoever he went. The Lord preserving David whithersoever he went. So he says that in 2 Samuel 8:14, and then also in 2 Samuel 8:6. Then David put garrisons in Syria of Damascus, and the Syrians became servants to David and brought gifts. And the Lord preserved David whithersoever he went. That word preserved indicates to me that I am still fighting alongside David, that I have not left David. I am still fighting there, because it reminds me of what Jesus says in John 6:63, that is the Spirit that quickeneth life. Another word for quickening is to preserve, in my belief. It is the Spirit that preserves life, the Spirit that resurrected Jesus from the dead. These are the ideas here that indicate to me that I was still fighting alongside David at this time. And it's amazing because the history of the Spirit of God, Lord Naren White, is very proud history, and I'm grateful to have been able to have been alongside the great King David. And so with that, I'll go ahead and end the Bible reading there for today and transition over to what I have achieved since yesterday's Daily Dive video. Since yesterday's Daily Dive video, I worked my software developer job. Yes. I'm sorry, excuse me. I worked at my core. I uploaded and scheduled 5 workout videos. I uploaded and scheduled many different video game videos. And I've created this Daily Dive video for 11/27/22. And with no further achievements since yesterday's Daily Dive video, I want to say thank you for watching, and I hope you enjoyed. Please like, comment, and subscribe, as it greatly helps the channel. Light to be with you all. Take care and thanks again.